Hello. Hello, everyone. Oh my gosh, it's been a pretty crazy day here in Oklahoma City. I love some winter weather, but this winter weather came a little too soon because all the leaves are still on all the trees. And so my front yard is full, literally just full of tree limbs, like big tree limbs. And I was like, that's a little much, don't you think? What's up, Gary? Gary, I'm assuming you have electricity if you are on here with me right now. A lot of people in Oklahoma City don't have power. I'm hoping, I'm praying that mine stays on. And if I suddenly disappear, it's not because I gave up on the live stream. It's because my power is out. And if it goes out and comes right back on, which I would hope, it does take like a solid 12 to 15 minutes for my internet to turn back on. But I decided to do these tonight, these streams tonight, these sprints tonight, because I'm really tired. Got up very early, had a good 5 a.m. start this morning, working on stuff for my job, which is a nonprofit in Oklahoma City that I co-founded called the Dragonfly Home. We serve victim survivors of human trafficking. And so I was hard at work at that all day, but I'd made such good progress on some of the stuff with my own business and my own writing and projects that I was working on when I did streams on Saturday night that I thought, oh man, I don't want to just give up. I didn't want to, just because I was tired today, I didn't want to give up entirely on those. So as a way to just motivate myself and have fun and maybe help some other people, help you out there get some stuff done as well, thought I would go ahead and host some of these streams. It's just more fun when you're doing work with friends. Anybody out there want to tell me what they're working on? You can do that in the comments and it'll show up for me. And every so often I hear a snap and then it leaves falling. That means there's another branch in my front yard. It's pretty crazy. Well, I guess I would say we could go ahead and jump into a sprint. I keep now my ears just perk up anytime I hear something because I want to go and check and make sure it hasn't damaged anything. Hasn't happened so far. It's supposed to snow tomorrow, so that should be interesting. I'm just going to keep believing for the best. All right, so I'm working on some merchandising stuff tonight. I've got some items designed that go along with the theme of my podcast, my first podcast, which is called Making Your Impact. And so I am in the process of opening up an Etsy shop where I will sell some related, encouraging merchandise. It's just an idea I had, and I thought, why not give it a shot? So there's a lot of behind the scenes stuff that I'm going to be working on tonight. Let's see. Gary says he's reading through his chapter to make sure it's ready for the draft. Gary, okay, Gary, I think you finished your first draft. Does this mean that you're preparing it for an editor then right now to do some, whatever that first maybe developmental editing? Would that be the first thing that you would do? I'm assuming that you're self-publishing, but I don't know, maybe you changed your mind. Let us know in those comments. And is this the one that you were editing the other night? And I guess you're not working tonight, which is awesome, so that you can be here with all of us. All right. I guess I better tweet. I better go tweet about all this. I still have all my work stuff out from earlier, so I need to put that away. Is this ASMR-ish? I'm rustling and dropping papers. It would be for me. Oh, nice, getting it ready for an editor. That's awesome, Gary. That's a really big deal. All right. Well, let's go ahead and start with just a quick warm-up sprint. Get us sort of in the headspace, transition. If you're not fully transitioned mentally to start working on your projects, then it's a good thing to do during this first sprint. Oh man, I'm also gonna have to go grab my water. I'm gonna need that. All right. I had that really pretty timer pulled up. It was pleasant and it played music. I don't know if you can actually hear that music, but it was aesthetically pleasing. Oh, I'll turn the music off. It's called Mr. Timer or Ms. Timer. All right. Sharing my screen. It is a timer for kids with EDM, inspiring EDM, positive, uplifting music. I think that was an accurate description. Okay, let's set it for 10 minutes. And then I will mute myself and we can get started. Hello, time is up. Do not be alarmed. I just never want to startle anyone. I can sometimes get startled pretty easily. So, hello, time is up. Do not be alarmed. I accidentally had the stream pulled up. Oh man, I'm still pretty new at live streaming. And so I get it like 87% right. And then it takes me like a minute to get everything else sorted out. I will say that just in those few minutes, so I grabbed some papers off my desk that I needed for this project, got my water, and like dived into what I was working on. Oh, I tweeted so other people would know what we were doing. And like just that fast, I got totally sucked into what I was doing. If anyone wants to leave a comment about what they're working on, we would love to know, but then I also understand. I also don't want to take up too much time with chatting. I'm happy to do some chatting, some limited chatting if people want to leave comments. But if you're just like, I want to get to work, I'm good with that. Anybody here know what the 4 tendencies are? I know Gary does. I'm an upholder. And so I'm like, let's get to work. But sometimes it's okay to have a little fun as well. Okay. I think I am finally fully ready to get into this project. I was thinking of a 20-minute sprint. That's kind of unimaginative though. So I'll go with a 20-minute sprint for now. But if you're like, no, I want to sprint that 17 minutes and 57 seconds, then let me know. Now this beautiful, very ethereal timer that I have pulled up here only goes to 20 minutes. But if you got like, if you want to go like crazy and do like 23 minutes or something like that, we can work that out. Yes, Gary is a questioner. Funny story about Gary. I gave him this quiz, the 4 tendencies quiz. I'll put it in the chat. It's by Gretchen Rubin. And it helps you kind of determine how you respond to both your own internal expectations and external expectations from others. It helped me so much. Helped me to know myself better and develop my work ethic better. Anyway, I knew that my friend here in the chat, Gary, was a questioner. But what I do is I have the person take the test and I say, don't tell me what your response is. Tell me when you're done and I'm going to tell you what I think it is. I think I've got a 100% hit rate, a hundo P hit rate on getting it right. I'm so prideful about this. I really need to examine myself, but it's true. And so at one point in the quiz, Gary's like looking at his phone and he looked up at the ceiling, said, what's going on? And he said, I think I'm having an existential crisis. And I was like, I think that you just told me everything I need to know. If I wasn't sure already, that I know that your tendency is to be a questioner. And I was right. All right. Okay. So I will put that in the comments and the little link to that quiz if anyone wants to take it. And I will go ahead and get our next 20-minute sprint. I don't know if that was a tree falling or like a loud vehicle. I don't know, but it sounded very dramatic. It's the Wild West out here. All right, I am going to, let me get my banner going here. 20-minute productivity sprint. Oh, I need to determine a playlist for tonight as well. Gary, if you're listening to something good, toss it in the comments. Okay, and we are setting for 20 minutes. Let's go the whole shebang. And I will mute myself. I'll see you on the other side of this sprint. think was I playing the music the whole time? Am I gonna mess some part of this live stream up literally every time I do it? Oh, because I just went to mute my or to unmute my microphone and it said mute microphone. I was like, oh. Well, if that's the case, then you heard maybe, unless YouTube blocked it out, which it might have. But this beautiful little clock has 20 minutes worth of the EDM, and it really was pretty non-distracting. I don't think I could listen to it for another 20 minutes. Usually I was just pulling up a playlist. I like, what's it called? I can never remember the name of it, even though I really like it. Chill hop. There we go. Chill hop music. Gary says, yeah, but no biggie. I will say it was, I felt like I was in not a trance, but I was definitely like zeroed in, focused in on what I was doing. I'm just glad that I didn't get frustrated about something and like swear or mutter to myself. That's the most impressive thing. I'd be curious if anybody out there, I know Gary is in Oklahoma City. I actually got a text from a friend of mine during that sprint whose boyfriend was in, thankfully, a very small collision. He was waiting to turn. He was like a minute and a half from home, was waiting to turn, and someone slid into him. You guys, if you are in an area affected by this ice storm, just go a little slower. Just like slow down 10 seconds before you normally would. I will get off this soapbox because I could stay on the soapbox for a long time. Thankfully, he's not hurt, but I mean, it just sucks, you know? So, okay, other than trying to encourage my friend about that, it was pretty good. Working on my Etsy shop, and I'm still learning a lot more about Etsy. Is anybody here tonight preparing for NaNoWriMo, National Novel Writing Month, which is in November? And then there's this whole cultural movement around that called Preptober. Anybody doing Preptober tonight? Outlining a novel or anything like that? Or even just brainstorming? I've done Preptober and it's been super helpful. Let's see, the last time we did sprints, someone who participated was actually doing some chores that she had been putting off, and it was still related to this very small business that she's started that is now really starting to gain some momentum. But she had made a cake for a new client that went super well, but it had like 8 different frosting flavors. And so she just had stuff all over her kitchen, and she doesn't have a dishwasher. And so she had been procrastinating cleaning up after herself. And the sprints gave her the power and the motivation to get that done. And she actually texted me the next day and said, again, how happy she was that she had participated in that. So I was really happy. That's what I figure. It's good for me to have people around so that I can get my stuff done and then also provide a service to all of you individuals who are joining. It's called a Making Your Impact Sprint because, like I think I mentioned earlier, that's the name of my podcast. Which is a podcast to inspire and equip you to pursue your calling and make your impact in the world. And now I'm really in the midst of building a business around that theme because I just so wholeheartedly believe in it. And it's what I talk about all the dang time. And so I figure doing these sprints is a way to encourage you. It's another way to equip you, really. Either with providing the sprint that you do just when we're all together, but some people who I've encouraged to do sprints like this will go on and end up doing them themselves. And whether it's working on your business or working on your book, like our friend Gary here is doing, or if it's taking care of some practical stuff that you've been putting off. I've used sprints. I'm also an attorney, and I have to do annual continuing legal education credits. Not only do I have to do them, but I have to take the time to like report them. I have made use of numerous sprints just to knock that out because I got to do it. Or like other chores, things like that. Because as far as I'm concerned, anything that you're doing that is clearing either literal space and or mental space. So both of those activities, both of those pursuits will help you in making your impact in the long run. So sprints are something I've done for a few years that have really helped me. I mean, enormously. And I know that they've helped some other people as well. I was just telling my dad the other day about sprints and how they'd helped me. He's in his 70s and he'd never heard such a thing. And he thought they sounded like a good idea. So see, I really just want to spread the word to just everyone. Does anybody have any suggestions about our next sprinting time? I guess if you were able to hear that music, I could try playing the Chill Hop video. Let's see, I'll share that. Okay, stop screen. And let's find a good one to listen to. The other night, I was listening to their Fall Essentials. Yeah.
Managing social media.
Now there's an ad. Okay. And we'll go ahead and share that screen. I just love the Chill Hop. They've got such cute, very relaxing little cartoons, animations. Cartoons sounded diminutive, and I didn't mean it to. Because they're very impressive. They're so pretty and colorful, and I really enjoy working to those. Okay. Any suggestions? You know what I should do? I should get out my my dice, my Dungeons and Dragons dice, and figure out a way to roll for the number of minutes we sprint. I really like that idea. Okay, how about this? This time I'm gonna do like an, shall we say, 18-minute sprint. Oh, see, the problem is I can't share two screens. So if I share the Chill Hop, then I can't also share a timer. All right, we'll work out the kinks. You're just gonna have to trust me or set your own timer. Do an 18-minute time sprint. I really am tired tonight. I can tell because I'm having a little bit of trouble finding words sometimes, which is the first sign of being a little too tired. So I am tired enough that I will have trouble finding words. But when I can stop talking to people, then I'm pretty okay. All right, 18-minute sprint. And I'm starting the music. Put myself on mute, and we will get this going. I assume Gary is saying, oh, snaps, to the dice, my dice. I have a pretty cool collection, actually. They're all in the same realm of colors. They're all really pretty. Okay, I'm muting myself for real this time. Starting, oh wait, no, if I mute myself and you can't hear the music. Oh boy, you guys, this is such advanced problem solving. Okay, I'm just gonna start the music. Hopefully this will provide a nice vibe for your stream. I have no idea how loud it is. Oh. That's time. I'll fade out the music. Nice fade out. Okay, how did we do? Oof. Okay. Let's see. I am still learning a lot about Etsy right now and just trying to figure out the different things that I need to write for my Etsy shop. Trying to get all of that sorted out. What are you individuals working on right now? I went and grabbed this is my dice bag. I haven't played D&D in a couple years, but I did it super regularly for a few years. And I imagine I will again at some point. Gary says he did. Okay. More details would be welcome, but obviously not required. So let's see how. I guess I could just roll my 20. Where's my third 20-sided? I've got these 20-sided die. But see, if I do that, then I could end up with 1 minute. I could. Okay, so how do I do that? Anybody have any suggestions? I don't want to have a critical fail when I roll. I guess if I do that, okay, establishing some ground rules. Let's say here we go. All right, I'm probably gonna, ooh, ASMR goodness. Oh my gosh, it's so true. Let's just take a minute. Oh, here's my microphone. Ooh. It's so true. You just want me to do this for the next sprint? I won't do anything. I will just do some dice ASMR. Will that be a good service for everybody? Anyway, okay, I'm about to overcomplicate these rules. So let's say I will roll. This die always worked really well for me when I was rolling. If I roll a 10 or above, then I will roll a 6-sided die to go with it to establish our time. Okay, that's good. If I roll less than a 10, then I'll roll my, I guess my 10-sided die. One of my 10-sided die, I guess, to go with it. Then I'll roll at least, I don't know, there's no guarantee of what I'll roll. How about I roll something and then I'll see what it is, and if it's too short, then I'll just grab another one and roll it. How about that? It's my game. I am the game master right now. So I'll figure it out. Okay, are you ready for this? I'm rolling my D20. You're just gonna have to trust me. All right, I rolled a 9. Based upon the aforementioned fake rule that could change at any minute, I will now roll one of my 10-sided die. D10 roll coming up. Oh, let's keep this 9. 9 and a 7, 16. All right, that worked out pretty well, right? 16-minute sprint it is. Ooh, I like this. Less decision making. Of course, I'll have to decide with each roll if it's long enough, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Worked out pretty well this time, and it was very exciting. I'm sure you were on the edge of your seat. All right, let's go ahead and edit this banner. 16 minutes. How did that work for everyone? How was the music? I was into it. I'll move my die. I did just drop one. I'll move them. They are all sitting atop the papers, the very papers that I am working on right now. ASMR. You're welcome. I shall call upon you in 16 minutes. All right. Let's see, let's get this timer fired up. 16 minutes it is. And here we go. I'm going to start this music again. Time's up. Oh boy. How do we do? How did we do on that one? I was deep in concentration on that one. I wrote a little description for my shop. I used some SEO search terms, starting to incorporate all of that into what I'm doing, which is, you know, an adjustment in and of itself, discovering the best type of search terms. Just making progress. I'm just tackling, there's lots of little things to do for an Etsy shop, different sections that I need to figure out. So I'm just tackling one at a time. Gary, what are you jealous of? Gary just said jealous. An exclamation point. What specifically? My SEO? I do have very good SEO. I don't know. Oh gosh, it's already, wow, it's already almost 8 o'clock. I can't believe it. Oh, you're jealous of my productivity. Come on. You're a very productive individual. And you've certainly achieved a lot since I've known you. And that's just the truth. Those are true facts. I'm very pleased that my electricity is still on. And man, I wish that I could keep going, but I know that I'm going to get tired here pretty soon. I don't want to push myself to the point of being too tired. You know, when that happens, you're too tired and then it takes you 3 hours to get ready for bed. Anybody? That sometimes will happen to me. I'll think to myself, don't sit down. Don't sit down. All you got to do is brush your teeth. And then like maybe I get a text message and I'm like, I'll just sit down to respond to this person. 25 minutes later, I'm still just sitting there because I'm too tired. Also, I haven't eaten dinner yet tonight, so I should probably do that. So I'll get that taken care of. Here's something else I did today. I loaded up on supplies in case the power did go out. I dug out my fondue pot. I've got a pretty decent sized fondue pot and my Sterno in case I would need to heat up food or water that way. That was my thought. Got some foil pans that I think I could fashion something out of, you know, like chafing dishes, basically. So I could heat some stuff up in that. Got all of that stuff out. Made some extra water. I almost said I made some extra water, but like I set some extra water aside. There's something very satisfying for me going into emergency mode. Got some extra toilet paper because didn't we all learn? You should always have that on hand. I've always been a strong believer in that, but you know, just in case. Some canned goods, some non-perishables, that kind of thing. That was kind of, I don't know, something different to do today. I like to be prepared if possible. Anybody else take any precautions like that? Ooh, I should get out some candles, extra flashlight, that kind of thing. So see, I have to get off the live stream at 8 because before I go to bed, I will need to get all of that worked out to make sure I'm taken care of for the night. I have all of my devices plugged in and charging. Anytime I've taken them out, like off the charging block, I plug them back in so that they're all good to go. I never regret having a fully charged phone. All right, well, I don't have to end right at 8 o'clock. Let's do another roll. Now I had this idea. I wondered about rolling 3d10. Where'd they go? Where did I set them somewhere else? Oh boy. Well, here's one. I must have scooped them. I had grabbed all of them. Here's one of my D10s. There's another one. And another one. So the D&D game that I might start at some point in the future, waiting for the DM to finish putting the game together, that is going to be entirely digital. I've never played. I've always just played in person in the past, but I won't get to use my pretty die. So I got to make use of these opportunities. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is for our last one, I got 3d10. I could still literally roll 3 minutes. So let's see what happens. This is exciting. Oh, that was a pretty good roll. I rolled 20. Are you kidding me? The most boring number. I was just going to do 20-minute sprints. And I was like, no, that's boring. I rolled 2 sevens, two sevens, and a 6. Can you even see that? And a 6. Seriously? All right. 20 minutes it is, my friends. Let's fire it up. How much longer do we have in our Chill Hop playlist? Got 23 minutes left in that. So I think, let me just move it along a little dealio here a little bit more. Boom. All right. So we will know rather than a timer going off when the playlist ends, we'll know that we're done for the night. See, woo. Oh, I'm so glad I did this though. I'm like, how often is too often for productivity live streams? Because first of all, it's very fun for me. Second of all, it helps other people. And third of all, it helps me get stuff done. It removes the temptation to procrastinate, or for me, get busy doing other different chores, or just continuing to work on stuff for my job, which there's always plenty to do for that. So yeah, these productivity live streams are pretty much my new favorite thing. And I'm wondering, is every day too often? Is it though? I don't know. All right, let's start this up. I guess our playlist has come to an end. It's a little sad.
Want to sell it online in minutes?
Uh-oh.
With Wix e-commerce?
Oh, nope. Okay. There we go. Okay. I had one last question for Gary because Gary just said never! Exclamation point. Now, there's a little bit of a delay. I think the thing that I was saying was I was wondering how many live streams were too many. Were you saying never too many? I'm not sure, so you'll have to let me know about that. Okay, this will wrap us up. I want to give anybody a chance to, never too much, that's what I thought. All right, we're on the same page. Oh yeah, we are. It's a mind meld. So this was good. I made some good progress, figured out, I just really needed to spend some time on this Etsy stuff. Here, you want me to do some ASMR for you while I put my dice away. Putting them into my little crocheted dragon scale, sorry, it's backward, dragon scale bag. So pretty. Yeah, so I had started this journey of creating some merchandise on Etsy in the summer. And then for my nonprofit, we were doing this virtual gala that I was mostly in charge of, like for the production of it, and then like our fundraising parts. And since it was virtual, that was like most of it, you know. And then just had like some family emergency type stuff after that all wrapped up. And so things have simmered down a little bit. So, and then another super busy time is coming up, especially December and January, November too. So really trying to take advantage of these days, these nights when it's a little bit calmer. And that's why I just want to like sprint all the time. I'm like, give me 8 hours. I will sit here for 8 hours and I'll just work on stuff. I really think I've thought about doing that. A marathon sprint, which is a direct contradiction in terms, but I think that's why I like it. I'm like, let's just sprint literally all the time. That's what I do. I just keep working on things forever. Now I can feel my sentences definitely. These are some real tired sentences. It's time for me to get ready for bed, eat some dinner, and then hit the hay early so I can get another good, productive, early morning start. That was really good. Got distracted today by the ice storm. But because I was up so early, I'm pointing this at you, but you can't see it. since I was up so early, I managed to get a lot done anyway. So that was good. I'm really happy about that. All right, my friends, thank you to everybody who joined. Gary, thank you for all your comments and participation. And you always retweeting my sprints, and I appreciate it every single time. Or your hearts, you're giving likes. I always appreciate it very much. All right. Goodbye, everyone. Good night.